football, eh? Oh, there's nothing else that toys with the emotions like football. Name me something else that can get you feeling like this. Kamara? Come on! Come on! Oh, we can't get carried away. Oh. I've got us winning the competition and everything. We can't get carried away. To this. Time chat. Oh, they're through. They're through. They've just equalised. They've just equalised 90th minute. And they're going crazy with the celebrations. Rightly so. Oh, man! Just a few highlights there from our watch-alongs that we do for the game. Again, thank yous to everyone who tuned in for that, but let's start breaking down this performance, shall we? It's one of those games before the game, if you say that we're going to come away with a draw to a team that are filled with Brazilian, German, Portuguese internationals, a team that was just spent over 100 million in the summer, you would have bit the hand off for a draw before it, but to draw in those circumstances just... Oh, I'm sitting here, you're a mixed bag of emotions. You really feel like we should have won at the least from the position we had ourselves in, but it's a wake-up call, I suppose, and you make mistakes at that type of level and you're going to get punished. We do have to say, though, we hear it a lot recently, but genuinely we have to take into consideration how far we have come. Like, from the days of literally the third division where you're drawing against Montrose, etc., to going and literally being disappointed at a draw away against Benfica, a team that haven't been beaten ever in Europa League, like a 30-game home unbeaten run in Europa League, and we're moments away from beating them. It just shows how far this team has come, and it's just a totally different animal. I will get a lot more into detail about the game in a few moments, but we do have a channel sponsor for November, so I'm just going to play a little pre-recorded video right now from OneFootball, and then we'll be back talking about football soon. I'm happy to announce that today's video is sponsored by OneFootball, which is a totally free footballing app. I'm going to have a little demo of it on screen now to explain how it might be useful to you. And of course, the majority of people watching this are going to be Rangers fans, so I'm going to cater to you watching this, but it's not only Rangers you can do this for, it's any team. There's loads of leagues they cover, but on screen now I've got a couple of examples of why it might be useful to you. You can go on, you can check the league table, which is looking pretty good right now, if I do say so myself. You can go through, check each player's individual stats for the season, how Rangers are doing for the season, shots on target, who's got the most, all that type of information. You can also do that for every single competition that we're in, so the Scottish Cup or Europa League. You can go in, for example, if you want to see what defender has the most clearances, for example. Little stats like that you can find pretty useful are all on this app. So once again, it's totally free. I will leave a download link to it at the top of the description. Feel free to go and check that out. So now back to reviewing the game itself, and I'll start us off by going over the Rangers team. McGregor in goals, back four as normal. The midfield three, a lot of people might have thought it was quite harsh for Arfield to be rotated out for this game, but I quite like the idea of Kamara, Davis and Jack in there. Jack, of course, just to break up play, and Kamara and Davis, who are so good at the ball retention, really good at when people are pressing them to turn out and get a pass away, and I thought we were going to need that tonight. Like, certainly wasn't going to be a game that we were going to dominate 11v11, well, on paper coming into the game anyway, so I actually quite like that. Ariba up top as well, really good at drawing fouls and holding the ball up, so I actually quite like the team selection for tonight. So of course the game kicks off and literally your worst nightmare. You're literally looking for the restart button, pinching yourself thinking, did that just happen? We've literally conceded an own goal within the first minute of the game against a team that, yeah, like, you feared for the worst at that point, because what a massive task it is. And Rangers teams in the past, they would have folded. What an unbelievable mental challenge that is, to go away with, you are the underdogs, away from home, to recover from going 1-0 down in that type of time is absolutely phenomenal to do, which we've managed to do. But the goal itself, along with every single one of the goals we conceded tonight, was absolutely shocking. And here's a reaction to the first goal. Benfica
1-0 straight away.
1-0 down in 1 minute. Big Phil with a massive mistake. Massive mistake from Philip Hollander. And you're Nowitzki here, might need this tonight. Again, Phil, no idea what he's doing.
Just smashed off Goldson, mate.
Oh no, so it did. I thought the striker cut across and got a touch on it. Oh, what has he done?
That's just harsh. That's
So like I was saying, after conceding that early, you feared for the worst, but the team stayed mentally strong, which was so important. And we did match Benfica 11 versus 11. They were, of course, showing how dangerous they were, and we were all expecting that coming into this game. We knew we were going to be very tested a lot defensively. They had a chance maybe to score a second goal. We did defend quite well, but they were looking so dangerous on the counters. But there is no denying, we were massively helped out by the red card tonight. Otamendi, a man who's no stranger to a red card over his career. It's a great ball from Davis in behind. Kent does the right thing, takes his touch across the man. Not sure he was going to get there before the keeper, so I actually do think it was quite unnecessary. But the red card as well resulted in Pizzi, who was causing us problems, being subbed off as well. So it's a double win for us, and that really changed the momentum of the game into our favour. And then what a couple of minutes we had in response to that. Davis with a lovely ball in behind to Tav, who drills it across, which forced the own goal, and then Glenn Kamara after it, and we were in sheer euphoria after going 2-1 up.
1-1!
Yes, man! Come on! It's an own goal! It's an own goal! 2 own goals in the game! Come on, boys! We're going to win this! Come on! Woo!
Who said 2-1 in chat?
Oh, he's turned them. Brilliant. Aribo again.
Oh,
we're in.
fantastic play here.
Don't pass it yet. Yep.
Lovely.
Lovely switch for Alfie. Kamara, ball in the overlap and play him. Kamara. Come on! Come on! Come on! Kamara! The man that usually has the nosebleeds! Kamara's had a shot! Look what happens when Kamara shoots!
Coming on!
Look what happens when Kamara shoots! What a goal from Kamara!
I'll take that.
More fireworks, yes! More fireworks! Celebrations!
Fireworks going!
Being 2-1 up though, Benfica, they were always still going to be dangerous. I don't think anyone thought the game was going to be over. But when the third came in the second half, I have to admit, you really started to believe that we could actually do it. And it was a great goal again. Tav drills it in the back stick. Morelos gets his goal, breaks McCoy's European goal scoring record. And I thought Morelos was brilliant tonight, to be honest. A lot of high pressing, a lot of hassling defenders, and gets his goals out tonight. I thought it was a brilliant striker's performance by him. Tav's in behind. Come on, good ball, please.
Cut back.
It's the Alfredo Morelos has made it 3! Alfredo Morelos! Yes! There's the knee slide! There's the knee slide! Let's go! Woo! 3-1! At 3-1 up, we were really showing our confidence and belief at this level. Now, you were still seeing Tav and Bonner flying out the wings, which should they have been? I mean, we can argue about that all day. The front three were really pressing high. We were trying to get in the face of them and not just sit off and invite pressure. And we almost got the fourth goal, which would 1,000,000% have sealed the game. It was a lovely passing move that came from the high press. Jacko unselfishly finds Kent, and he's so unlucky hitting the outside of the post. Kent! Kent! Oh, it's at the post! Oh, it's the outside of the post! No! Oh, he's hit the outside of the post. Lovely move. The high press. We've got 4 men pinning him in the corner. Alfie, great pass. And Jack, amazing pass. Unselfish to find Kent, who's just at the outside of the post. So from the 70th minute, we're still 3-1 up, and you're starting to think about that. It's getting to the time you're wanting to just close out the game, and Gerard's plan for that was halfway done for Aribo, and at the time I didn't quite understand that, because Aribo, yeah, he plays the final third, but he comes back and he gets involved in a lot of tackles and interceptions, and he's great at set pieces as well, because he's height as well for winning headers for us, and I didn't quite understand that sub at the time. But regardless of that, 77th minute is when Benfica got their goal to make it 3-2, yet another howler from Hollander at the back. I've got no idea how he's managed to miscontrol that, and then him and McGregor have ended up tackling each other. Good cut back, and then Rafa's there to tap it into an empty net. So that officially made the last 10 minutes squeaky bum time of wanting to hold onto this lead, and you thought, even against the opposition, they had 10 men. We should have just kept the ball, moved it around, kept our composure about it, and Arfield as well were so close. It's almost the last kick of ball they've scored with as well, by the way, because right after kick-off, you're literally 10 seconds or something, and the rest blow the whistle. at that 89th minute, 90th minute, we didn't even make any subs to try and waste time, but it was just, there was no game management there at the end of the game. We still had, this wasn't the real reason, but Tavenborn flying forward, like, when their goal got played through, Tavenborn were absolutely nowhere near it, but it was just straight through the two centre-backs again, like a knife through butter. But moments before, Arfield, he's tried to play Morelos in. If he's tried to play him in and he gets there, fair enough, but he's just totally needlessly gave the ball away with a horrendous pass. It's gave them the counter and they've scored from that, and you're just absolutely kicking yourself. Again, a point before the game, fantastic. A point in them circumstances, 3-1 up with 15 minutes to go. You can't help but feel disappointed. I think we will all agree though, we'd rather defence had this type of performance in the Europa League rather than the league, because I think at least 99.5% of us will all agree that winning our league is the most important thing this year, and hopefully we don't see any more of them performances, because it's the thing that you're most comfortable with us right now is the defence. It's been absolutely brilliant, and what a night to have a howler. We do still have to admit though, we're in a fantastic place in the group. Yes, we should be in a better place, but we're looking good for at least getting second place with 2 matches at Ibrox still to come. Fantastic from the team regardless, but that is all I'm going to talk about in today's video. Let me know your thoughts on the game down below. Who was your man of the match? For me tonight, it was Kamara, again, bossing it at the European level. But once again, thank you all for watching. Leave a like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new. We'll catch you in the next one.